Will Murray now joining us in studio.
Hello.
And Will, you put together a ton of these contests. Were you concerned that everyone was going to show up and perform nude and do what they were supposed to do?
Yes, of course. This is one of those contests where you expect at least one act to drop out just because of the nudity.
One of our original finalists did drop out. We had a male comedian, stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And he chose at the last minute. And I was loving that idea. A naked guy doing stand-up comedy, thought it was going to be a riot.
It all got very real for him at some point. He said, I'm not doing this.
And whereas the other contestants, it didn't seem real at all. And when they were all talented in their own way. And I thought the first contestant, the burper, got sort of short shrift from you guys. I thought she did a pretty good job.
She was good. We've had better burpers who can burp phrases, who even like she did a couple of burps where they were long, but at the end she sort of lost steam on them and you heard her real voice. And I thought she was a very good burper, but not the best burper I've ever seen.
And Ronnie, you got a ton of praise today as a judge. Did you model yourself after Howard and the way he's been working America's Got Talent?
Well, I've seen enough of it, so it's, I'm sitting there watching him all the time. I'm right there.
What kind of stuff did you pick up from him?
Originality, stuff like that. You got to put it all together. Looks, originality, the whole deal.
Noticing erections.
Yeah, noticing erections.
Yeah, you seem to pay an awful lot of attention to
It was funny.
Cliff's penis.
It was funny.
Okay. And you also took a little flack today for, you have a new song. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate
You're welcome.
Yeah,
but apparently
it's great.
You gave a lot of thought to which guy on the staff would blow you, and Benji, who was glowing in the compliment.
I was doing something with Rachel. It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Isn't the correct answer
no?
nobody?
Because I really think that Benji likes to dabble in different things. That's how he strikes me. I'm sorry.
But
when I listen to all your stories about with your online stuff and going to people's apartments.
I wish I dabbled,
which I would never do.
That would be such a funny thing to talk
Benji,
about.
have you ever had sex while there was another guy in the room?
Yes. Have you?
No.
Was the guy jerking? Wait a minute. Was the guy jerking?
I think most
guy
guys
jerking off while he was watching you fuck this girl?
I've had guys do.
Answer the question.
I've been in a situation where I was fucking a girl,
right,
and the guy jerked off.
So it's not a quantum leap to think. I'm not saying that. Never.
I think it is.
I've never been in a room where I fucked a girl while a guy jerked off watching me. Call me crazy, a prude, whatever you want. That's never happened for me.
And
Will?
I've had sex with guys in a room.
Well, that wasn't your fault. That was a great one. I know.
Yeah, right. But maybe
Ronnie?
it's a standard issue with Benji.
Ronnie,
what?
You've never been in a room and a guy's doing something? Not to you, but to himself.
No, not to himself. He was fucking a girl in the other bed. Yeah.
So it's like big deal.
Well, Ronnie, do you see by
my
saying
preference would be with the girl herself, but this was years ago. I fucked the guy's girlfriend.
But do you see by saying what you
was he jerking off though while you were doing it?
He did, yeah.
Well, okay. So I said you like to dabble.
But you're also implying that Benji likes to blow guys.
No, I didn't. I was just saying if I had to pick one person that Rachel or the guy whoever sent the question in listed to me, I picked Benji because I know his history.
But I took it as a compliment if he just thinks, hey, I'm passionate and I'd be really good at it if I was into it. But I'm not into it at all. I
didn't say you were into it. I said I feel you're the type of guy who would try anything once. And maybe you would blow a guy once.
I thought it was more interesting.
I really wouldn't.
I don't know that, but I'm just saying.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
And Ronnie could be that guy.
That's just my feeling.
Should we just tell the whole story?
Nah, don't tell them.
I thought it was more interesting when Ronnie started saying he thought you dabbled based on where he used to see you hanging around when you were an intern.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't want to do that.
No, I'm fine with it. What does that mean?
Well, when I used to work before we had security up at the show and everything. I worked for the Today Show. So I used to have to go downtown to pick up people at their apartments or at hotels downtown or whatever. And every once in a while, I would see Benji hanging out on Lexington Avenue in the 20s.
At what hour?
Wait, that's the gay street in New York.
No, it's not the gay street. It's where all the hookers were hanging out.
I lived there.
But you were with them.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you were. Come on now.
I
remember telling a story on the air about it.
I might have interviewed them and might have talked to them, but I wasn't with them. How am I with them on the street?
It was 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and you were there out in the street with them, walking around with them. I don't know what you were doing. You see, maybe you were interviewing, but as far as I knew, you were with them.
Benji, I mean, you've told the stories that are funny and interesting. Like, have you?
I didn't hire hookers off the street.
Have
I
you
never
ever-
have
have
in
you-
my life.
Never said you hired them. I said you were hanging around with them.
Okay, let's say
There's a difference.
Have you ever fucked a hooker in exchange for sweeping up where she works?
not sweeping.
What'd you do?
This was again
Some
years
light
ago.
housekeeping.
Years ago. This was not this decade. It wasn't this century.
Okay.
It was another century. I brought a pizza,
In exchange,
hand job.
but that was a century ago.
But see, that's not even true because
See,
Benji
John,
told me.
do I
he
know
said-
what I'm talking about with him?
Ronnie, I never
But how
doubt
does
you.
that? Okay, Ronnie, have you ever been with a girl?
I've been with a lot of girls.
So you must be into giving blowjobs.
What are you talking about?
Again, that's just an odd deflection.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with
Where
that.
are you guys going? Because
I don't know where we're going. I want to
How
get
does
back
being
to.
a girl equate to giving
Benji,
blowjobs?
I'm not. See, you're missing the point. I'm just saying that you're the type of guy I feel would dabble in anything to try it once.
I shouldn't
That's
be.
all I'm
you know what?
saying.
I think you're being sincere, so I shouldn't be upset at you about it.
I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just.
And I'm not even saying that. I'm just pointing out that you definitely have had a fairly liberal sexual background.
I have,
but I'm not saying whether you would blow a guy.
But
I don't.
there's nothing- you know what? If again, I never have, and it's not my thing. I'm not into it. But
Should I say good for you, or is that wrong?
I don't get it?
All right, let's move on.
Could be
Ronnie,
homophobic.
Well, could I just finish one little thought? Because I had said Richard Christie might also be a possibility.
please clarify.
So
that.
when I went into, I had to record something in his room before, and he said to me very seriously that if Noel Biederman offered him $1 million, he would blow me.
What's in it for you?
Steve, can you get Richard
Well,
down
I
here?
need $1 million also. I said.
I think Noel would go. I think Noel would do that.
Absolutely, no doubt in
$2
my
million.
mind.
That would be.
Well, wait. Again, if you're talking $1 million, like after taxes, and I think most guys.
Now you're blowing Ronnie.
And I can do it better than Richard too.
Eric in Seattle, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Ronnie's sounding a little bit more humble now that he got his zero. And then I wanted to know if Ronnie's zero has anything to do with him starting to fantasize about guys blowing it.
No, not at all.
Well, there's an answer for you. I don't know. Do you guys think Ronnie seems more humble after getting a zero on that ugly meter app?
I think Ronnie has made a concerted effort to stay a little calmer since Monday, when he completely lost his shit.
Do you feel like you overreacted on Monday?
No,
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't do anything bad.
I didn't say you were bad.
I just
said
lost
you-
my shit. That's
Right.
all. I didn't do anything violent.
Do you regret anything that you said?
No, not at all.
Do you feel you focused way too much
What
on
are
this
you
guy's
doing in
penis
here asking
today?
me questions? What are you doing here?
Does
what are you
anybody-
doing here?
Does anybody else feel that Ronnie focused a little too much on that guy?
Oh,
Cliff's penis?
stop it now! Come on, it was funny. I even got a compliment from Jason today. The old Ronnie is back. You were great.
It was wrong.
You were funny.
I'm not asking you. I don't even know why you're here.
Are you mad at Shuli?
No, I got to spend the whole weekend with him. How can I be mad at him?
Randy in Atlanta, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, not Ronnie, because he's going to have a biased opinion, but did he look at the naked chicks as much as he did that guy's dick and black balls?
Thank you.
Yeah, I did. I had plenty to say to the girl from the band.
Yeah,
who
I didn't ask you, Ronnie. I
she
asked
was
the other guys in the
adorable.
studio.
She had dimples on her ass, which were really cute. She had great eyes. I mean, I said all of that.
All right,
Well,
Ronnie
that's
said.
great, but-
Ronnie says yes. Will, Gary, Benji, you guys were in there. Did you notice?
I thought he was looking a lot more at the guy. than
Oh,
the girls.
Will, I knew you would say that.
I'm just saying.
You love to break
I
balls.
think it was the funny thing in that situation to talk about.
Right.
Richard just walked in. Richard, we heard that you might be willing to blow Ronnie for the right amount of money. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, for $1 million. Well, $1 million after taxes, so probably
tax free, man. Tax free.
Yeah, like maybe $1.5 million.
All right,
I'd probably-
let's-
but with the condom, Ronnie would have to wear.
Oh
a
yeah,
condom.
without a doubt.
Yeah, like that changes everything.
And Ronnie,
It does.
you get nothing for
No. I get
Ronnie
I
gets a blowjob.
No, I get the same thing. Or it doesn't happen.
Well, Richard, let's break it down for a second. It sounds funny to say this here. It's $1.5 million. $1 million is a lot of money, right? But you'll be on video, right? That'll be up on the internet forever. And once you've blown a guy, right, you can never say, I just did it for $1 million.
That's what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it for pleasure. I
And-
licked Sal's balls for $5,000. How much
It's
different
a
is
good
this?
it's a good raise.
But
from that.
and you think that your wife would be cool with that?
Absolutely. If we had $1 million and moved, could afford a nice place in New York City, it would be worth sucking Ronnie's old cock for 5 minutes.
I think it's a lot like a decent proposal where it seems like a really good idea now, and like in 6 months, Richard and his wife are laying in bed. And she goes, "I can't believe you sucked that guy's dick."
And you're gonna have to suck his cock like 10 times for a decent place in New York.
Hey, Ronnie, you're okay with this?
Hell yeah.
Does it? Wait. Does
Whoa! Stop the clock. No, seriously, you would do, for $1.5 million, you would let him do it?
Yeah, why not?
Wait. Does Ronnie get? Wait a second.
Whoa.
So what? You get the blowjob out of it?
Yeah, I get the blue. Yeah, but I get $1.5 million also.
Okay.
Right. Okay. A serious question. Can you get a hard on if he's blowing
That's
you?
what I was going to ask.
I don't know.
Can you get a hard on normally?
Get the fuck out of here.
Would you run your hands through his head while he's down there?
No, I would hold his head.
And
would you let me put
does this have to be till completion, I'm assuming?
Of course.
For that kind of money? Yeah.
Hey, Garrett, we always talk about
What do you think?
this.
I'm going to walk away and
Now
then
for an
blow
extra
my load?
For an extra $500, I'll put a digit in Ronnie's butthole too.
I think he may be expecting that.
But Ronnie, again,
Ronnie Munn block party in San Francisco this weekend.
I'm putting all the jokes away. I'm putting all the jokes away for a second. So now you've done this and you end up with $1 million tax free, but you now have finished from a man. That's not one of those things that sticks with you?
Dude, I could walk away and retire after that. You'll never see me again.
Oh, yes, we will.
You'll never hear from me or see me.
Oh, yes, we will.
You motherfuckers claim I'm so goddamn fucking old. I don't have to fucking come back here anymore.
And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to be gay. I'm just saying that it's you're going to be looked at differently by people.
You think?
Yeah.
Hey, he'll be looked differently at because he's rich.
Ronnie, would
That's not.
Oh,
bad.
you don't think they're going to go? There goes Rich Roddy. There goes the cocksucker.
Me and Richard, we're going to ride off into the sunset.
Would you
together.
reverse with Richard? Would you blow Richard?
No.
So
you would receive but not give.
Not give.
Why? Why do you draw the line there?
Because that's gay.
I think it's gayer to finish
getting
from
blown,
a dude.
Yeah, but finishing in Richard's mouth isn't gay?
I'll be wearing a condom.
Yeah, it's got to be condom only.
Wait a minute.
Now you're
talking for $1.5 million. You got to take the condom off at the end.
No.
And just blast them.
No.
It'd have to be at least $2 million.
Ronnie, why do you why? Never mind. But wait, Gare, we always talk about this. But again, isn't it just the
I know
price
you're
for
jealous.
$1 billion? What do you mean?
You're
For
jealous.
$1 billion?
You want to do it.
No, well, that's what I was going to ask Richard. Would you do it if it was a contest to win $1.5 million, and Ronnie had or someone had to pick who was the best one?
Oh, you mean several people blow
Let's say
Ronnie?
me against you.
I could beat you. Not that I've ever blown somebody, but
But would you take that for that challenge? Would you take it with the risk that you would lose?
And I've blown a dude.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
But you think you can win?
Because
beat me?
Benji, I don't know. I
thought
like
you were
to
gonna
think that I'd be good at sucking Ronnie's cock, but but like Ronnie said, I bet Benji's got some tricks up his sleeve.
I thought you were going to underbid Benji. That's what I thought you were going.
Oh,
Yeah, we should name that tune in reverse.
Yeah.
I'll suck Ronnie's dick for $900,000.
But yeah, we've all. That's why I was saying.
How
like,
much would you do it for,
Hey, listen,
John?
Scott was going to take it in the ass for $250 before taxes.
Oh, that
And on
would be great.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Behind a black curtain.
But that's what. Isn't that what it gets down to, Gary? I mean, you think we always do this. Well, for $1 billion.
I don't have $1 billion.
No. For $1 billion. I'm not. Would you suck a man's cock?
$1 billion?
$1 billion.
Why
Yeah,
so high?
I think I could buy my own planet, but I don't know. I mean, $1 billion. Jeez.
Just a yes or no, honest.
Richard.
I'm thinking. I can't give you a direct answer, but it's not no.
come on.
Let
It's not
Gary
no.
think about it. Will, what are you going to say?
Richard, is it a flat fee, or are there other guys like? Would you charge less to blow Gary?
No, it's not, I'm not turned on by it. I'm not doing this for a hot guy. I'm doing it because
But
I'm
there's
getting
no like
money.
cute like Sal. Would you charge less for Sal?
Like how much
I
would you?
charge more for Sal because he has an ugly cock, and plus
But you don't know what my cock looks like.
What if it was $1 million? What if it was a tax-free $1 million and
That's
you
what I
guys?
just said.
Hold on, let me finish.
All right.
What would if it was a tax-free $1 million and you guys had to split it? So $500,000
No.
each.
No.
How about Brad
You guys
Pitt?
are getting up together at the end anyway.
You'd blow Brad Pitt for $500,000.
No.
Yeah, he would.
Well, I just want to meet Brad Pitt, so you're right. I probably.
What if he wore the outfit he wore in Legends of the Fall?
and he had the long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
The guy that you have to post to, that guy.
Yeah. Maybe Ronnie can just dress as Brad Pitt.
Oh, my God. Tell me, how great would that be if Ronnie dresses Brad Pitt
in the Legends of the Fall outfit?
Yes.
That'll be part of the deal.
Jim in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Richard and Ronnie, where is your integrity? I mean, you can't, there's not enough money for an act like that.
Hey, it's funny.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny, but I mean, you want to live like that the rest of your life, knowing that you would have done something like that. But I love you guys, but I mean, I got to draw the line somewhere.
Dude, we're team players.
Yeah, and I've already licked a set of nuts. I mean, how much further is this than that? And
It's a lot further, Richard. That's giving head, man. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll pay $25 extra a month in a subscription price if y'all do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Wouldn't that be
really
funny
have a problem with it if we get all that money.
Well, where is your line, though? You're saying licking Sal's balls is the same as blowing Ronnie and swallowing Ronnie's load?
Dude, I didn't say anything about swallowing.
I'm sorry. Making Ronnie come in your mouth.
With a condom on.
With a condom.
I think, you know what?
How drunk would you be? How drunk would you be?
I would have to do a few shots before, but when Ronnie came, I would die laughing. I'd be laughing with this cock in my mouth.
Hey, Rich, would you, kind of going back to what Gary said, would you let your girlfriend blow Ronnie for $1 million?
No. Because that's
indecent proposal.
That's
not fun for Richard.
This is a funny bit. It's just it's nothing sexual if it's me and Ronnie.
It's
just
nothing sexual. Are you kidding me? You really believe that's not sexual at all?
No. Well, maybe a little bit for Ronnie because he has to get a hard on, but
you have to get it to a rhythm in order to get him to finish.
Right.
Oh, God.
You can't just pretend you're sucking a banana. You got to make shit happen. You might have to palm his ass.
I know. Well, that's what I'm worried about. Like, what if it takes an hour or two? Like, Ronnie, you're going to have to be really horny for this.
What if Ronnie drinks?
If I have a few, if I have a few drinks, you're in deep shit.
No, you better not drink then.
I got to tell you, I'm sitting here still thinking about Benji's proposal. I'm like, okay, I could get a boat on the Riviera and fill the whole hull with Listerine. Could I live that way for the rest of my life?
Could you live with knowing that what you did to get the money?
I think, listen, $1 billion is like you can go do whatever you want. It's an amazing amount of money, but I probably have a lot of hang-ups. And I think it's not what the rest of the world would think. I think I would have a hard time every birthday when my kids go around to bring me a cake to know that the reason we have this great life is because I blew a dude.
Another old friend of the show. You gonna have a stupid comment about that?
No, I have no stupid comment.
All right, just asking.
Only intelligent ones.
Oh, okay. You have an intelligent comment about that?
A rock and roll legend.
Okay. And an old friend of the show.
Okay.
All right. And we're gonna bring him in.
Well, what's his name?
Joe Walsh.
You're rusty, man.
You're old.
I'm old. Says the guy in the tinted glasses. Mr. Joe Walsh, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Got a new album out?
Got a new album out.
Analog Man.
One of the rare times I didn't stay up all night to come into the show.
So you're feeling fresh.
Slept. That should impress Howard.
Right here, sir.
Okay.
There we go. So you're feeling fresh. You're raring to go, too.
I'm fresh and I'm ready to go. I hope he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I bet he's really nervous right now.
You guys are old friends. You guys have been...
We're old friends from golly. I don't want to figure out how old.
But the new album's called Analog Man?
Analog Man. First album in 20 years.
All right. We'll see you in the studio.
Okay. Good to be here.
Joe looks good. Like his skin is good. But I'm saying for a guy who's been through what he's been through.
Right. It's pretty amazing.
He looks great.
It's almost unfair. Because,
He looks
like,
really...
I would have done all that, too.
That's right. He looks really healthy.
Yeah, like he works out, I think.
But I mean, he had a long time of, fucking up his body.
Analog Man is his first solo album in 20 years. He says his wife is the one that got him back in the studio. It's Ringo Starr's sister-in-law, by the way, his wife of 3 years.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah. He sounds very happy. He's healthy. He's sober. He loves his new wife. Everything's great.
Do you almost think musically, like Joe's in his own sort of genre? Like, I was thinking about this, that just to discuss it a little bit. Like, he's not like a Led Zeppelin guy. He's not like
He's not huge. He's not like a super, but he's been in a super group.
Yeah.
But he's been big on his own.
But he's overlooked, kind of.
Oh yeah, like when you talk about the top 10 greatest guitarists of all times, why Joe's name is, it's always like Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of old black guys.
I think a lot of people took him out of the running because he was such a goof. Or
That's right,
something.
right. No, he did act goofy for a long time.
Sorry, go ahead.
He talks about how he talks to Ringo Starr for advice. He's very unaffected by his fame. Stevie Nicks, clearly sounds like she's still in love with him. She says that they broke up because they both had heavy cocaine addictions. But basically says he was the love of her life, and he's the only man she'll ever really love.
Something like that. It was pretty quiet. I mean, I never heard it. But
I knew about the Don Henley thing, but I never knew about her and Joe.
Joe, come on in. Joe Walsh from the legendary Eagles, of course. Look at you.
Gary's salivating over here.
You look good, my man. Take a seat. Hi, how are you?
He looks real good.
Good to see you. Yeah, he does look good. You look good. Are you amazed? Like, you're so healthy now. You look terrific. You look like a different man from the guy I knew back when.
I am.
You are a completely different man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's strange even being in the room with you now because it's a whole different energy. I never
That's because I didn't stay up all night.
Well, I never knew the Joe I was going to get.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back and look at your old appearances, whether it's on this show or wherever you were, where you were really completely fucked up and on, you were drinking? I don't even know back then. Were you just drinking or were you coking and heroin and
whatever you had?
Really? It was
what
bad.
I did.
Right.
Till you were out, and then I left.
Did you ever figure out, to be serious, did you ever figure out what it was that kind of made you crazy enough to want to destroy your body and destroy your mind? There had to be something really behind that, right?
Well, being an alcoholic.
No, but I'm saying there's a reason one becomes an alcoholic, don't you think? Or do you think it's just a disease that randomly hits somebody? I always think there's some psychological basis that your father was either, like, maybe it goes back to your parents.
It is probably hereditary, yeah. But I tell you what happened for me.
Right.
I wrote some songs that were pretty good.
Right.
When I was high. James Gang Rides Again came out, did really good.
Right.
Made that when I was high. So I made a mistake of thinking it was a winning formula.
Right.
I played some concerts in front of people when I was high, and they
loved you.
Well, they were high too. But,
right.
Yeah. But then later, when I didn't do an album, when I did an album that didn't do so good, I thought, well, I'm not nearly high enough.
Right.
Oh.
And I chased it. Robin.
Hey.
Hi.
But was it the kind of thing where you strike me as a happy-go-lucky kind of guy, but the truth is you're not, because all of that stuff what you're describing is a guy who really wants to be successful. That success was so important to you that you said, oh, I know the winning formula. I'll drink, I'll get high, and then I'll write great music. So it really did matter to you whether you were successful or not. You weren't sort of a happy-go-lucky guy. Maybe it was a reaction to, oh, my God, maybe this will be the secret to my success. You were really hungry for success.
Very subtly.
Yeah.
All of that stuff convinces you that you can't do anything without it.
Right.
And it's got you.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
It's that simple?
Yeah.
You don't think it was your relationship with your parents? I mean, I don't know what it was like for you living at home.
I don't know. You know, every case is different. If you grew up in an alcoholic family, chances are you're going to be alcoholic.
Your mom and dad were alcoholics?
There's always that at different times, yeah.
Right. So when you see drinking as part of the family life, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing to be doing.
When I grew up, it was the 50s, and we would have these family picnics, and everybody drank.
Including you.
My aunts drank, my uncles drank, my cousins drank. If you were an adults drank.
Right.
That was just the norm when I was a kid. And it occurred to me that my whole family probably has been rip-roaring drunk for the last 500 years.
Right.
That was just the norm.
How hard was it for you to get sober?
Hardest thing I ever did.
Yeah, and now you're happy, right? I hear reports on you, because I care about you, and when I hear you're so happy now, I really do get happy for you, because, think about all your contemporaries. A lot of guys died who were even less fucked up than
you. A lot
of
guys we know aren't around anymore.
Yeah. Who you thinking about that didn't make it? I'm thinking
Bellucci.
Kennison. Right. And
Keith Moon.
And it's kind of sad, too, because if you get that second chance, if you live long enough and you kind of get sober, you go, oh, wow, you think about those guys. They were cut down in their prime.
Yeah.
And do you think music... See, I happen to think you're one of the greatest guitar players, and I'm not saying it because you're here, but I do. I think the riffs and the songs you came up with were brilliant, especially James Gang stuff, and then when you went to the Eagles, I felt you really improved that band like tenfold. But yet, do you think... when it comes to, I don't know, the rock and roll intelligentsia, or whoever they are, but do you think, well, critics, do you think, such a thing? Yeah, do you think you get criticized or you're not thought of right up there in the upper echelon because your past behavior, because you were so drunk and so outrageous? Do you think that your legend got kind of knocked down to a degree? Were you taken less seriously?
I'm not really concerned with that.
But you are. Because you're the guy who sat there and drank because you destroyed your own body because you thought that was the formula for success. So you do care about your place in history, right? Musically.
Yeah, but I'm not done yet.
No, I know you're not. But I'm saying, I don't. When I see the list in Rolling Stone of the top 10 guitarists in the world,
Joe's not on it.
Yeah, and I don't quite know why. You really are. Do you still practice your guitar every day?
Yeah.
It's that important to you?
I try and play every day, yeah.
Is it true you take guitar lessons to this day? That you still take guitar lessons?
I'll sit down with somebody, yeah. I'll sit down with somebody and ask them how in the world do you play that, like Brad Paisley.
Right.
I'll sit down with him and say, hey, man.
Why is that? Because you can't figure out how he did that?
Well, probably, but it saved me 5 or 6 hours if I just ask him.
But does anyone ever come to you and say, hey, Joe, teach me how to play? Teach me how to do that?
Not really, but
does that bother you? Bothers me. You're the guy who should be giving guitar lessons, not getting guitar lessons.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Who does he think is the greatest?
Who are your heroes musically? I've never asked you that. You were always too drunk. Couldn't get a straight answer out of you. Do you have musical heroes?
No, I had heroes then. They were just different ones.
Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Seriously, who are your heroes?
Well, the guy that's the grandfather of us all is Les Paul.
Right. The guy who really invented the guitar, the electric guitar, right?
The pickup and echo and multi-track recording.
Did you get to know him?
I knew Les, yeah.
Yeah. Were you happy with the inventions and what he did to the guitar? Because you're a guy who in your new album you talk about analog, man. You can't stand all the new technology. It's kind of like I'm just a regular guy. I don't know from all this technology.
Well, I'm not against it. I'm not an old analog fart who came out of the woods.
Right.
I don't think analog's better. It's just you got to admit.
But you're upset with technology. You don't like now in the Eagles that your fellow Eagle members sit in a studio and they use all these Pro Tools and everything else. It actually slows down the music-making process.
It changes it.
It makes it more complicated.
Easier. Here's two things it does, okay?
Okay.
One is you can fix anything.
Which is
bad.
I think.
Temptation to fix everything.
You lose the soul of the music, don't you?
If we'd had Pro Tools when we were doing Hotel California, we'd still be working on Hotel California.
Because what you're saying is Hotel California has imperfections, so to speak. And those imperfections are kind of the cool things about it.
The charm.
Human.
And so when you get in the studio now with the Eagles, they sit and go, wait a second, that note's just a little bit out of tune or it's a little bit off. Let's fix it.
We've always been like that to some degree.
Right.
But the great temptation with Pro Tools is to go ahead and fix everything when you don't need to.
Do you have enough of a voice in that band? I know you've got to sort of watch your P's and Q's with some of the band members, but do you have enough of a voice in that band to say, guys, stop. We're in a studio. What made us great, why Hotel California works, is because there are mistakes on it. It's not a perfect piece of music. Nothing is.
Well,
but it's real.
I wouldn't single out the Eagles.
You say they all do it.
Everybody does it.
But you are in the Eagles.
It's a hazard of Pro Tools. It's a hazard of digital technology. There's one other thing I want to say.
Yeah.
The temptation with digital technology is to start with a drum machine.
Right.
That's virtual.
Yes.
And put that down. And then build up the track with virtual instruments, which are all in the computer, and build up the thing like a kit.
And it never sounds quite as good.
No. In the old days, you got some guys in a room, you mic'd them, and you pushed record, and you got the performance.
Right, and isn't there something that comes out of that performance when a guy's sitting there, a drummer live, and all of a sudden he goes, wait a second, I have an idea. What if I hit it this way? Or you go, wait, I got a better riff. Or that's the magic of being in a studio with a bunch of guys.
That's rock and roll from 1954 to 1962.
But when you recorded the last Eagles album, and by the way, the album did well. I mean, there was an experiment, too. You sold it through Walmart, and it sold really, really well. And this is a tough day and age to sell music.
Yeah.
So the experience for you was not the same. Were you all in the studio at the same time, or was it all done with building it up one at a time?
There's a temptation.
Right.
To do it that way.
Do you put up a protest in the band, or you just go along with the flow?
I go along with the flow. We do it various ways depending on what we're trying to accomplish.
Is it liberating now that you have a solo record out because you don't have to deal with the, I'm not going to call it nonsense, but the politics of the Eagles? Is it a liberating experience for you to go in and do it your way?
It's, what do I say? Yeah, but I mean, for all of us, I mean, Don's down in Nashville,
doing his own thing,
recording. Glenn made an album,
but for you get to do it your way now.
I get to do it my way. Yeah.
Is there a part of you that goes, "I'll show these fucking guys how an album should be made"?
Nah,
never.
Nah.
There's no anger there, no bitterness.
Nah.
Have you given up all your friends from the old days? In other words, you used to come in with a boatload of characters that were hanging around. I'm talking about the days when you got
my entourage.
You had an entourage of guys who could drink you under the table. You know, there was the bass player, Rick the bass player. Are you done with those guys? Are they bad influences, so to speak, on you, or triggers for you?
Well, Rick's exempt.
Right.
He plays with Neil Young now.
Yes.
He's cleaned up. He's doing great.
That's good.
For him.
Yeah. You have to change all your friends.
I know.
You have to.
Yeah, or else you get sucked into the vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were another one. We felt like we were the friends that got, and we never did all that stuff with you.
Yeah,
but
we were good
for a
influence.
while, you didn't come see us.
Yeah, were we part of the problem?
Someone stole my identity, Robbie.
Yeah. You know, when I was thinking about you, there was a great... I know you're happily married now. You've been married, what, 3 years?
3 years.
Oddly enough, to Ringo Starr's sister-in-law?
No.
Wait,
your
wife, your wife is...
Are you sure? Do you know who you're married to?
What is he, Ringo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, who are you married to?
My wife is the little sister of Ringo's wife.
Barbara Bach?
Right.
Yes.
And you are now happily married.
It's the part of me that was missing.
Because I remember you in the old days. You know, listen, you were high, and women were commodities. You used a lot of women, and they used you. I mean, it was a mutual use. They used you for your fame and your money and your power.
Well,
and
sometimes I think Joe forgot when he was on the road that he had another woman somewhere.
Right. But did you have a whole epiphany about women? Like that changed your attitude toward women too?
Well, the first thing that you can't do when you try to get sober is have a relationship.
Right. They say that's the worst thing.
Yeah. So I did that for a while.
You did.
You did all the wrong stuff.
You sabotaged your recovery by being in a relationship with a woman during it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that didn't work good.
So they're right about that.
Yeah.
These people know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It didn't work good because she becomes your drug, right?
Or a reason to drink.
In other words, you'd start fighting with a woman, the relationship gets too heated up, you haven't worked on yourself enough, and then boom, everything goes kablooey and you need a drink.
Women are a great reason to drink. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Probably just any relationship with anybody is a reason to drink.
Yeah. Like Joe's so charming, nothing could be a problem about
Well,
that.
you know what? I think like Joe, I have problems with everybody, so I think anyone would make me drink.
There you go.
Man or woman.
There you go.
So,
Congratulations on your marriage, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I'm glad we're both happy.
Yeah, no, very, very happy.
Yeah.
I really am. I mean, I understand what you say.
To get a real partner.
Yes.
You know?
And to feel good about that situation is remarkable.
And it's the part of me that was missing.
But don't you think it's the change in you that allows you to have that with a woman?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to grow up.
I couldn't have had any relationship like I was.
Did you go back and say to any of the women you were with, and I'm sure you hurt some women and some women hurt you, but did you go back? Even remember, you used to have the great joke, my ex-wife plaintiff.
Yeah, did you call plaintiff?
Did you ever call plaintiff and say,
which one?
Any of them.
I made amends to a lot of people.
You did?
Yeah.
And was that hard?
No.
Once you do it, does it unlock something in you? Like, does it open up your heart?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
And so you would call, did you call your ex-wives?
Mm-hmm.
And you said to them, look, I'm sorry I put you through hell. I'm sorry I did
sorry I put you through hell.
Were they all receptive to that, or did some of them say, you know what, Joe, fuck yourself?
There was both. Both of those. Some people say, I understand. I'm glad you're sober. Some people say, up yours.
And some people say, I don't believe you. In other words,
the important thing is me.
You said it.
I'm better for it.
Right. And what is it? If it's a phone call or a meeting, and you go there and you confess to them that you were shit or whatever, you were confused.
Yeah, you look them in the eye and you tell them, hey, I was really a bad person to you, and I regret it, and I'm sorry.
Wow. Boy,
that's heavy.
That's hard.
It's heavy, but I mean, that's part of recovery. Because you live in all that garbage. You constantly, even now, everybody goes into the past and digs around in a pile of stuff.
Right.
And you look for something to be mad about.
Right.
You look for something to get in a bad mood about, and you attach an emotion to it. And then you're in a bad mood, and none of that exists.
All that anger is in you.
Yeah. If you clear that out by making amends, you stand a chance.
Right. Well, it's a tough... I tell you what, that is not an easy assignment.
Has he decided to have more children?
No, you're not having more kids, are you?
No, I have... lots.
Yeah.
How many kids?
I saw one of your daughters on a TV show. Lucy. She's a very talented girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
She wants to make it in the music business.
She's also acting. She's pretty serious about acting.
Good-looking girl too.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah. And then I saw they got you on the show too. They schlepped you out. I was like, oh, poor Joe.
Well, I showed up for her.
Yeah, right. I know. I knew you didn't want to be there, man. I was just watching it. I go, oh my God.
Me and Dee Snider.
Yeah, you guys are all on there.
We showed up for our kids.
But
I know what that show was.
Yeah. I enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
But it was the kids of rock stars who show up, and they had a competition.
Yeah.
So, but you see these competition shows. That's not the way to really make it. I'm a judge on one of these shows.
I know you. How's that going?
I love it. But I tell everyone. In fact, I don't
God
know.
You are.
Well, you don't want to know something? In Vegas, I tell these guys. I don't know if they're going to show it. They don't show everything I say. But I said to them, you got to remember, a lot of hard work goes into it. When I saw them fucking off or doing something weird, I'd say, I know musicians. And these guys work their ass off. They might look happy-go-lucky, but how many hours did you spend in your life not only sitting alone in a room with the guitar, but also going out on the road and playing in front of people and learning that, even if you're playing in front of two people, life can really suck and it's not that easy. I mean, there's a lot of hard years. There's no quick fix, right?
It's your 10,000 hours.
Your 10,000 hours. And you put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have too.
Yeah, I mean, we all do.
You used to sell mattresses.
I did. I still do. I was shocked to learn, though, in your life, one of the great romances was Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac, and this was kept on the down low even during your whacked out years.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
But she says you were the love of her life and probably still are. What, is she one of those people you had to call and make amends to?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She's special.
She was in love. One of the greatest songwriters ever, right? Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
No?
Well,
am I wrong?
I mean, songwriters, in the big picture, all of us from the 70s are memorable and notable, but I mean, the greatest songwriters are like guys from the 30s and 40s. And
do you really believe that? You don't believe Jimi Hendrix was a great songwriter? Paul Simon?
Yeah. Okay.
You don't consider yourself a great songwriter?
Well, I don't think it's fair to say one of the best ever to anybody.
But what a powerful couple, Stevie Nicks and Joe Walsh.
Stevie's very high on the list.
Were you in love with her?
Did they write together?
I don't know. Did you guys ever write together?
She helped me do the Confessor album.
No kidding.
She rode shotgun with me on that one and gave me some direction. And she's really good at the craft of songwriting.
Which means what? Sitting down and really putting a pen to paper and actually trying to figure out the lick and all that?
Left to my own devices, I will have 85 pieces of paper with a couple words on each.
Right.
And people like her and my wife Marjorie now help me get 85 words on one piece of paper.
How do they help you do that? I mean, you're a songwriter. It's a creative process for you. How do they focus you to take all those 85 slips of paper and combine them into a song?
Well, my wife is a closer. That's what she does. When I say it's the part of me that was missing, I got a little attention deficit.
Right.
But in the 50s, that wasn't diagnosed. You were just difficult.
Right.
But I got it.
Yeah.
I see that in one of my sons. I learned about it, and I had it screaming in the 50s.
It's one of those things that affects you where you can't keep your mind on one thing.
You can't complete tasks. I have a great idea, fantastic idea, and I get it started, and wait a minute, I have another idea. So there it sits.
I'm reading a book about this. It's called Get Things Done.
Yeah.
Do you ever read this book?
No.
I've just started reading it. I just learned about it.
Yeah, so I have great ideas lying all over the place.
And what do you do? Do you speak into a little tape recorder? And how does the songwriting process go for Joe Walsh personally? Would you be fucking around with your guitar? You start to, pick at a few notes and go, that's cool? Or do you hear the song in your head first? You once told me years ago you always have a song in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how do you get it out physically? Because don't you go, oh, my God, this is good. I don't want to lose this. What do you do? What's the first thing you do? So you don't forget it.
Well, you can carry around a little recorder.
Do you do that?
And put ideas down. When I remember to, yeah.
Because you need a giant inbox, so to speak. And then, but by that I mean you need a place that whenever you get an idea, you just put it in there so you don't have to sit and worry. Didn't that worry you when you had a great hook or something and you'd say, oh, shit, I can't forget it, I can't, or you didn't care?
It depends. When I was wasted, I would write it down, except in the morning, it didn't make any sense.
Okay, a song like "Life's Been Good So Far," "Life's Been Good So Far." You're standing around one day. Do you hear the words first or the music?
Usually the music.
The music.
Yeah.
You heard.
It's real abstract, and I think it's the same for all of us. You hear an idea, and it's kind of a symmetry.
So
that
did you
hear?
So when you say you heard an idea, symmetry, was it like?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah.
That's what you heard.
Yeah.
And then you go, I don't know what the fuck to do with that.
Well, you go, okay, there's something.
Right. Now, what do you do with that? You go over to a tape recorder and you go.
I kind of have a place in my head
that it goes
with different drawers.
Really? And you retain this?
Yeah.
I wonder
I'm wondering, why don't you think this is something you've heard before? You know, like you're humming somebody else's tune.
I'm amazed that I would sit there and think how many songs he forgot that are in that drawer.
Well, think of how many songs never got written that people had. Yeah, Robin, you're right. Whatever you just said, I forgot.
Yeah, sometimes you think it's something you heard.
Yeah, right. Well, that's where you go, aha.
Right.
You mess around with old blues licks, and you mess around, and you realize, boy, this is fantastic. Oops. Except it's a Hendrix lick. And you think, oh, well, start again. But once in a while, you get a nibble.
Did you ever meet Hendrix?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you ever get to play with him?
Not live.
Not live.
Backstage.
You went backstage. Where was this?
Youngstown, Ohio.
Back in the early 70s?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're what? Doing a concert?
Yeah.
James Gang concert at that point?
James Gang, Hendrix, and Sly and the Family Stone.
All on the same bill.
Wow. Well, remember in those days?
Wow, yeah.
You had 3 headliners on a show.
And who opened that show?
We did.
The James Gang.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a show.
Yeah.
And then Sly and the Family Stone, and then I guess Hendrix.
Well, Sly never came out of his dressing room.
Yeah, right. But there's another guy. I mean, he's a difficult guy, right? He's had his problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he ever came out of them like you
Still
did.
going through it, yeah.
I don't think he made it.
No. Do you ever see him around?
No.
No, he's like a recluse.
There's been Sly sightings, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him on some award show or something.
Yeah, but a few months ago, we were reading that he was in a trailer parked outside somebody's house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God you didn't go that route.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And does that give you the shakes at night sometimes? You go, shit, I could have really, really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am so grateful to be alive and sober.
So Hendrix is backstage. And what happened?
He's backstage. We're in a like dressing room.
Oh.
Which is like where a hockey team changes or something, you know.
Not glamorous.
So yeah, right. and he's there, and I finished, and we finished, and we're in the same dressing room. So he's sitting playing his guitar, and I come in with mine.
Right.
And
you have a jam session, so to speak.
A little bit. Yeah. I showed him my guitar, and he showed me his.
Do you get intimidated by a guy like that?
Nah, he was a wonderful guy. Of course, I'm intimidated.
By his talent, I mean.
By him. He had an aura. I mean, he had feathers on. I mean, it was terrifying.
Well, you talk about that. I read that Clapton and a bunch of other guys at the time who were considered top guitarists all went to see Jimi Hendrix when he first came on the scene. They went to a club and they all looked at each other and they went, shit, we don't even really play the guitar.
What the hell are we doing?
What are we doing? That was the famous story.
Generally thought by the community, yeah. What the hell are we doing?
Did you feel that way?
Yeah.
You did when you played with him. When you played with him, did he say, oh, wow, Joe, maybe we should get together in the studio and do something together? Or it never got that far?
No, never got that far, but he showed me his guitar, and I saw. I paid attention to how the heavy strings, light strings,
right?
How high are the strings? What's the action? Because he was a tough one, because he was left-handed.
Right.
So everything was backwards. That's why he sounded like that. None of us right-handed guitar players could do what he was doing.
Was he playing a lefty guitar?
No.
He was playing a right-handed guitar
upside
with his
down.
Upside down. Oh, wow.
That's why he sounded like that.
Are you
and that's
kidding?
why we couldn't crack the code.
Oh, my God. That's
See?
fascinating. Yeah.
That's why we were all hitting ourselves in the head.
But that's why you're a great guitar player, because you're a student. You sit there. Those are the guitar lessons you talk about.
Yeah.
Sitting with Jimi Hendrix, it's a master class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if it's 3 or 4 minutes.
Right.
And I had a Les Paul, and he looked at that, and he was really, really nice and just a good guy.
Isn't it weird too? Because Hendrix is, of course, remembered for his music, but also for the excesses, like the drug taking, fucking chicks, getting plaster cast on his dick. It takes away from his legend in a way. It really does.
That's the way it was back then. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You could get away with a lot of stuff back then that you can't now.
Right.
You probably noticed.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a whole different universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Joe, where do you think rock and roll is going? Speaking of back then and today, there's not rock radio stations.
Boy, Robin, that's a good one,
Is rock dead?
Yeah, I think so, pretty much.
It's pretty dead because there's not a lot of rock and roll radio stations. And we were talking about this on the show the other day. We were talking about that it's almost like, I think Robin said it, that rock and roll is going to be like jazz in a way. It's going to be just this art form that existed and was big, and then some guys will still play it, but it's not going to have.
It's dead, but it's not dead, but it's not number one. Country's number one.
But I never thought I'd see the day that, rock and roll was such a part of my life.
Howard, think of it. That's what Analog Man is all about.
Right. The new album.
The digital technology is nice, but along with it is this virtual world that we all go in more and more.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist. It's in a computer. It's an illusion. And we sit in chairs. Our bodies sit in chairs for hours waiting for our minds to come back.
Yeah.
I like side B.
Right.
I like cart machines.
Yeah,
it's different, man. It's different for us.
Yeah.
And the problem with the digital technology,
right?
It ate the record business.
It did, yeah.
It ate radio.
So you're not on Twitter, are you?
It ate intellectual property.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that drive you crazy as an artist that, a guy who's like you, like a musician who comes up now, they can't even sell a record because everything's out there for free. People don't go and buy DVDs and CDs.
I know.
They rip them off and that. It does seem unfair, right?
People ask me, what advice do you have for the upcoming musician? I don't have any. I'm trying to figure it out, too.
What is your game plan with the new CD? In other words, it's hitting the stores, I think, today, right? Tomorrow, all right? And you have a new single out. But what's the game plan? Can you really... Well, I guess you could go around the country and play these songs. It's almost like starting over. Joe Walsh is one of the biggest names in rock, and yet it's almost like you're starting over again. You got to go out, play for audiences, and introduce them to this music.
It's a fresh start for me.
So what are you going to do? What's the game plan?
Well, the deal with everything is, in lieu of record companies, the way to do it now is the social network. You have to get visible.
Yes.
If you can make people aware that you have a record out, they'll find it.
Right. So your game plan is to use social media and sort of get because like look at some of the great artists. Paul McCartney just came out with an album. Nobody gave a shit. You know what I mean? Paul McCartney. It's like everyone has an even playing field now. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to bank on your name. It's just that I feel great for guys like you who have an audience already, and you can go out and do a James Gang tour, or you could go do a Joe Walsh tour, or you could do an Eagles tour. So you're fine. Nothing's going to bother you. But when you put out new music like you just have, that's the conundrum. That's the thing that you can't figure out.
You can't assume that you're going to have a hit record.
No.
What's platinum now? 50,000 copies.
That's right. Go make a living doing that.
Woo!
Right. How many records how many records between the Eagles and the James Gang have you sold? And Joe Walsh solo stuff?
I don't know.
You never counted it up?
I lost count after about 85,000. I was counting them on my fingers.
You mean you really don't know, Joe? Isn't that an impressive number to know for yourself and look back and say, you know what, I can reflect on that number?
Probably, but in that category, I'm not really that big of a fish. Look at somebody like Jeff Lynne.
Now, Jeff Lynne produced your new record.
Yeah.
Jeff Lynne was, of course, of Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, and he's a great legendary.
That guy sold some records.
Did he?
Yeah.
More than you?
ELO, I think so.
But if you count the Eagles in your
Eagles,
record,
okay, Eagles.
Eagles are one of the biggest selling bands of all time.
Yeah,
Hotel California, I think,
California
isn't that the
alone.
one album that, I think that's the #1 album for the Eagles ever?
Greatest hits.
Greatest
The
hits.
greatest hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
go back and forth with Michael Jackson.
What's the best song you ever wrote? Seriously, out of all the songs. I don't know if it was Funk 49, Walk Away. I don't know. I could name Rosemary.
Rosewood Bitters.
Rosewood Bitters is more. I think all these great songs. What is the greatest song you ever wrote that you're most proud
The
of?
one you love the most.
Yeah.
Eagles wise, I co-wrote "Life in the Fast Lane" with
Great
John
song.
and Glenn.
Great.
Yeah.
Solo wise, probably Rocky Mountain Way.
Yeah, what a song. Do you still stop and listen to that on the radio? I mean, it's on the radio all the time on classic rock stations. If you hear it, will you stop and listen to it and go, man, that's a good fucking record? Or will
Who
you
wrote
just
that?
Yeah, will you just tune by and say, I don't want to hear it again?
You know, one of the things that makes it magic is it's a bunch of guys playing in a room.
Right. Rocky Mountain Way.
You're listening to how it was made.
That groove you can't do with Pro Tools.
No. And you remember when you came up with that, or were you so drunk? Like, was that part of your drunken formula where, like, hey, I get really high and I write? Do you remember any of that process of writing that great song?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What was the process on that one?
I was in Colorado.
Right.
I had left the James Gang. I was worried that I might have made a mistake.
It's scary.
Yeah.
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 Because that was a successful entity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were doing fine.
Why did you leave?
3-piece band. I just got saturated with playing really loud and being like a kick-ass guitar guy.
Right.
Playing through Marshalls and stuff.
Why, you thought on your own you could, tone it down?
I was hearing all these songs like with a piano.
And they didn't want that. The other two guys were against it.
Kinda.
And also your audience demanded you be a certain sound. So if you went to a piano, you were afraid the audience would reject. So you just said, fuck it, I'll leave the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did those guys want to kill you for breaking up something successful?
No.
Did you call to apologize to them when you got sober?
I didn't have to really apologize. I apologized when I quit. I just said, guys, I can't do this. I'm a musician, too.
Yeah.
And I got to go have a look at that.
And so so you were scared, you were in Colorado.
I'm in Colorado, okay. And I have an album done, which was the Barnstorm album. The first solo album I did, and I'm mowing the lawn. And
you were mowing the lawn.
I was mowing the lawn. Yeah,
rock stars mow lawns.
I didn't have any words for Rocky Mountain Way, but we had the track done.
Right.
And I'm just dead in the water about this song. What is it about?
You mean you just hear music? There's no vocal. There's no tune really, except that.
If there were words, I hear where they go.
But you don't have the actual words.
I don't know what they are.
So how do they come to you?
Well, I'm mowing the lawn. I look up, and there's the front range of the Rocky Mountains with snow on them in the summer.
Right.
And it knocked me back because it was just beautiful. And I thought, well, I have committed. I'm in Colorado. It's too late to regret the James Gang. The Rocky Mountain way is better than the way I had because the music was better. And I got the word bam. And he's telling us this, tells us that, changes it every day. That's about the James Gang's manager.
Right.
We don't need the ladies crying because the story's sad. That's giving up the regret of leaving the James Gang. And I got all those words all at once, and I ran into the house to write the words down. And the lawnmower kept going over into the neighbor's yard and ate the garden. It was an expensive song to write, but...
Oh, I got the chills when you tell me that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I get the chills because that's such a fucking cool process. I wish I had that ability.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Do you have trouble with your neighbors? You had a problem where some neighbor was like stalking you or something, or you had to go to court with the guy, or there was something, he came over with an...
Oh, yeah, that guy.
What happened there?
He finds pieces of property and builds houses on them.
Right.
And they shouldn't really have houses on them.
Right.
But he has friends at City Hall.
Oh.
And,
it's a complicated life.
I was wishing he wasn't doing that.
Right.
So I didn't help him.
I see. He got frustrated with you.
And he got frustrated, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
It's complicated being Joe Walsh sometimes. But now it seems like it's a lot simpler. You get the wife, you're happy.
Oh, it's so much simpler.
Now, let me say that Joe Walsh's new solo album, Analog Man, is in stores tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Hey, I didn't finish the thought, though, with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
I mean, you two became this couple, and she says you are the love of her life.
All those songs were about Joe?
Yeah.
She wrote one about me, yeah.
What was the big one about you?
Joe?
Joe just fell asleep.
Yeah.
He's thinking of the name.
I'm trying to I'm embarrassed. I don't
Was it a
remember
Fleetwood Mac song, or was it from one of her solos?
One of her solos.
One of her solo albums?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stand there.
Has anyone ever wrote a song for you?
Hell no. I wish you
No,
would.
that's how the song goes, stupid.
Oh, shit. When are you going to write a song about me? Actually, I got a...
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I got an email from Leslie West. He claims he has an idea. He was thinking of me. He wants to write a song about me. I'm very honored.
That's flattering.
I feel like a hot chick.
Well, you better wait till you hear it first.
Yeah.
Give my best to Leslie.
I will. You know he lost his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but he's doing well.
Yeah.
He has a great spirit about him.
He's a great guy.
And a great guitar player.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Now, there's a guy that could probably be on Rolling Stone's list.
Yes.
Where the hell's he?
Exactly.
He's not on the list either?
That's right. Well, anyway, the legendary Joe Walsh, who is doing so well, happily married now.
Happily
Very happy
married.
for Joe.
And Ringo is your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law.
Do you
guys
hang?
get together?
Yeah, we hang.
You do.
Do you sign autographs?
Joe, do you sign autographs? Because Ringo has stopped signing everything. That was,
I signed his name for him.
You do.
That's why he got me.
Ringo comes over the house, and it's like a family get-together.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. I mean, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
He says, sign all these albums for me. I'm done.
You get along with each other?
Very well.
You do.
You know, he's so down to earth, Paul too, for what those guys have been through.
Right.
And the really good positive energy. And in terms of a family, I got this huge family that came along with my wife, and it's a dynamic I'd never been around because they're really close. And learning to be part of is one of the things that has opened me up.
Right.
And made me feel, given me confidence, which is something I never had. That's why I drank.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not drinking. I'm glad you're healthy.
So having Ringo, his insight and his wisdom has helped me with my life and as a human being, besides the music part of it.
Yeah, he seems like a real good. I mean, I don't know. I got to know Paul McCartney a little bit. What an amazing guy.
Yeah.
I mean, something else.
Yeah.
I always say, you talk about guys who strip it down, so to speak, who are analog men. I was talking the other day. I heard a song of his that I hadn't heard in years. It was from his first solo album after he left the Beatles. It was Turn It Up. What's the name of that song?
Ooh You.
Ooh You. And I love this song, Ooh You, but it's so fucking stripped down. And in fact, he's in his studio doing it, and he says, "Turn it up." He's talking to the engineer. It became part of the song.
Yeah,
that's the shit I like.
That's analog.
That's analog. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You and Ringo, you and Ringo ever swap sisters? Would that ever happen? Like you do him?
Howard, I'm not going to stoop to that mentality. Let's go get our asses waxed.
Right. Listen, this. Oh, and by the way, the single is "Lucky That Way." I'll play a little.
Is that right? I want to hear. Yeah.
Let me see. "Lucky That Way" sounds like your life now. Joe Walsh, the new solo album, Analog Man. And that's in stores tomorrow. Why do you always do that? In a lot of your songs, when you're singing about yourself, you say, "I'm not that special." I'm like, you know.
But you may know me.
Even like in Life's Been Good, you're like, "Yeah, my fans love me, but I'm not that great an artist." Why do you put yourself down in your own songs?
Well, I could either explain it or you could listen to the song.
Okay.
It's in there. Okay.
Oh, it's in there. All right. It feels good to be you.
It does. Listen to the chorus.
I am.
Oh, yeah. But here comes the chorus.
When you wrote you had a Maserati, did you really have the Maserati?
It would be logical.
But do you really have the palm trees in the swimming pool now?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we come. This is it.
There you go.
I'm just lucky that way.
Yeah.
What is it, Gary? How dare you interrupt my... He's handing me a piece of
I'm
paper.
going to tell you what it is.
Oh, here. Oh.
That's a song that Stevie wrote for Joe. God, she must have loved you.
What was the song?
The song is called "Has Anyone Ever Written Anything for You," as Joe said. And I thought he was talking to me. Listen to this lyric. "You know I'd rather be alone than be without you, don't you know? She'd rather be alone than be without you." What the fuck did you do to this girl? You must
He's just lucky that way.
You must have banged her silly. Were you in love with her?
As a sister.
Really? God, she was. I mean, I imagine this was the 70s, right?
I mean, she's like a soulmate, you know?
You still talk to her?
Once in a while.
This was like in the 70s, right? I mean, was there a more beautiful, physically beautiful woman than Stevie Nicks and all that talent? I mean, you would think that's the whole package. I mean, that would be my fantasy.
Were you not into her?
No, I was, Robin. That didn't come out right. All I'm saying is that we were seeking refuge, kind of, in each other's presence.
Because you both were into drugs at that point?
Kind of, yeah, there was that part of it, but we were on the road, we had careers, we were both lonely.
Why did you never marry her? Did the thought cross your mind at one point?
No.
And you never thought that way even in terms of like a powerful couple? Like, oh my God, there's two incredibly powerful people in rock and roll.
Or maybe that would have been too much.
Well, the relationship came and ran its course, as rock and roll relationships do.
Does it get competitive? Like, do you sit there and she was in Fleetwood Mac at that point, I guess?
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't.
No.
She was a solo, or she was in Buckingham Nicks.
Yeah.
And does it get competitive? Is that the problem? Like, you could never really marry another singer-songwriter because the two of you sit there and drive each other nuts with that stuff, career?
What made it possible was that we toured together.
Right. So when you tour together, it's
and we spent all that time together.
But you were not monogamous with her, so she probably got jealous too. Because knowing you back in those days, you were not going to be limited to one woman. True? You weren't going to be limited to one drink and not one woman. You were an addict.
We were both monogamous for that summer.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
So you
A
felt
whole
something for
season.
her. Well, yeah, in rock and roll, that's 10 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. When we stopped touring, we
Drifted apart.
I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to.
Look at you. What a life.
But do you think you could have been with somebody as powerful and talented as Stevie?
No, I don't think either of us could have committed to a lasting relationship in the state that we were in.
You surprised Steven Tyler's a judge on American Idol? Seriously. I mean, Steven Tyler's one of the great songwriter, great rock and roll stars.
I don't exactly know why he's doing that.
I had heard that it was for the money. That literally he had gone through so much money that it was like a $10 million payday.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You held on to a lot of your money, even though all the marriages and getting high and everything. How did you manage to hold on to your money? I know you're worth $164 million.
You know that?
I do.
Who'd you hear that from?
Your accountant told me.
He's still got $164 million on his own.
No one told me, but I read it on the internet that you were worth around $164 million. And that makes sense to me, between the Eagles
and all the music,
and royalties and touring. But you could have lost it all, right?
I did.
You lost every dime you had?
Pretty much.
When was that?
When I went into recovery.
No kidding.
And then in 1994, the Eagles decided to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a clean start.
And they came to you and said, Joe, we're putting you in the band, but you got to get clean, right?
We can't do it without you. And we can't do it unless you're sober. Don and Glenn said that to me.
They saved your life.
It was an intervention. And they were real brothers when they did that.
That's right.
Because that's what I needed.
It motivated you.
You were broke?
So you are not worth $164 million.
No, I'm not.
Right. Because you got to get back, that's a lot of money. Does that bother you? Does that bother you at all that you pissed away a lot of money?
Not the money, the time.
You lost a lot of time in your life.
Yeah. There's like 12 years in there. I wish I had back.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But, I'm alive. I'm here.
It's true, because when you go through life that way, that high, it's like, wow, I don't even know what the fuck I did. There's so many things I could have learned.
Based on all accounts, I had a great time.
But you don't remember. Huh?
I probably remember more.
Yeah, you know more than I do.
I remember doing a TV show, and I wanted you to be a guest,
Howard,
and you slept through it.
What are you asking when I'm me all these questions? You know more than
I
me.
know, that's so true. All right, listen, Joe Walsh, it's exciting. New music from Joe. Analog Man is in stores tomorrow.
Hi, Marjorie. I love you.
Marjorie, I love you too, baby.
And Robin, I love you too.
I love you, Joe.
Hope you're feeling better.
JoeWalsh.com is where you can go to get all your Joe information. And Joe, anytime you come and see us, you know I like it. Next time, come back with a full album only about me. America's Sweetheart.
I'm going to call Leslie.
Call Leslie.
I think we could write a good song about you.
I think it's time you two teamed up and wrote a song about
that.
me.
Would be good.
I don't need you to make amends or anything like that with me. I'm fine with you.
Well, after we write the song, we may need to. Yeah.
The great and legendary Joe Walsh. Thanks, Joe.
Joe. That was so cool.
Yeah.
What elements would a song about Howard Stern have to contain? If you were gonna get together with Leslie and write a song, what does a Howard Stern themed song sound like?
Funky.
Yeah.
Kind of funky, kind of Ramones.
Little funk, a little punk.
Yeah, yeah, funky punk or punky funk. Something like that. Words. Parts of it really nice and friendly and parts of it awful. You know, like Howard.
Reflects his personality.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to talk to Leslie West, and I'll get back to you with more of it.
Cool. I think that would be a great song to hear.
Now, we got to think of stuff that rhymes with Stern.
Burn.
That's your homework assignment.
Burn is my first word. He's got a fire inside him.
Yeah. What rhymes with Stern? Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Great to be back.
Joe, it's great seeing you. One quick thing I was going to ask you. You guys seem very like-minded when you talk about, digital technology and the virtual world and its influence on music. Do you think Howard's an analog man in spirit? The way he approaches his show and the love of the performance and some of the errors that come along with it?
Howard wouldn't be Howard without all those analog years of being on the radio and, like I say, cart machines and stuff. Howard's very good and belongs in the digital age. I know about it too, but Howard wouldn't be Howard without all those years of knowledge and insight of the analog days. You know, that's all I'll say.
All right, Joe. Best of luck with the new album.
Yeah.
See you soon.